Oh! No butt stuff, but like...
No butt stuff, and nipple stuff is fair game.
Nipples are in play. Am I supposed to lean back like this?
I mean, Fat Joe did it.
This is a Friday night. So what's going on with this weight? What's it doing?
It's holding you down, man.
You can't hold me down.
Oof. What's going on out there in YouTube land? We tried to throw the tables on him. He got a jump scare at the front of the house, and I jumping on the table with my zesty knees on the table, as the comments will say sometimes.
It wasn't the loud noise that scared me, it was the beard, but I'm kidding.
It was a zesty knees on the table jump, they said. So we're in the house today with a wrestling icon, undefeated Bellator fighter, even though he just retired. The All-American, Oklahoma Sooner, getting ready for the Red River rivalry this weekend.
Game, Boomer Sooner.
It's a big game, Boomer Sooner. You played football and wrestled at Oklahoma, right?
Yep, I originally got a scholarship on football, and then a couple years in, they needed a heavyweight, and I came running, and then I left football and continued on to wrestle.
Set the pin record. Yeah, not too shabby.
Yeah, I swear that's a real thing too.
That's a real thing, look it up. Obviously, wrestling fans know him out there as the previous ECW belt holder, as Jack Swagger, WWE champion. Now he likes his hat.
I gave up the hat. You haven't...
Oh.
What did you call me? You called me a loser?
What?
Oh, okay. I'm trying to be funny.
The zero's on the right side. Please don't hurt me, sir. I don't need the takedown. I don't need the ankle lock. So we're gonna work with him a little bit today. He's gonna tell us what got him into wrestling. You know, we're gonna ask him some Mount Rushmore questions. You know, the typical generic stuff. We're gonna, some shoot questions about, maybe Scott Coker or Vince or Tony Khan. I mean, who knows who's gonna catch some strays this time?
Jeez, I really signed up for it.
Yeah. You ready to rock and roll?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go.
There's a hammer. There's some kind of rubber mallet. I don't see any oil. Are we gonna like lube
We got
the
lotion.
deal?
We'll lube them up. We're good.
Should I take my shirt off? Can I get a slow-mo?
Round. All right, Petey Pablo.
North Carolina.
All right, so we're gonna go right here. Bring your right ear down to your right shoulder.
Oh man.
You're born in Oklahoma, right? So talk a little bit about like what got you into amateur wrestling. How did you know you had a skill for it too?
Oh man, I was very lucky. I was born in North Dakota and I moved to Oklahoma when I was 4, and the town that my dad moved us to is literally the wrestling capital of the world. We have more state championships in any sport, amongst any high school in the nation, amongst any size, in wrestling. Like my senior year, we won the 30th, and now they're like on to, it's been 20 years, so they got at least 50 now. They win it every year.
What's the high school name?
Perry High School,
okay,
Perry Maroons, not the Blackwell Maroons.
So it's a wrestling juggernaut.
Yep. So it was a small town in Oklahoma, not much to do. I idolized my cousins who were older than me. They were very good wrestlers, and so that's all I wanted to do.
They wrestle in college too?
Yep. Went to Oregon State. He was on the Ace Extreme team out of high school. Very, very big deal.
Right.
Yeah. Killer headlock. Killer. Shout out. I don't say shout out. I don't know why I said that.
I like it. Shout out.
Are we gonna be busting today?
I'm always busting.
Bust down.
Yeah.
Bust down everything.
Yeah.
Rose gold.
See the stash? Busting.
Yeah. That's what Drake said.
Is that what he said?
Have you had Drake on the show yet?
I haven't.
Oh, well, he just announced today that he's focusing on his health. So maybe,
Okay.
Oh my God. Can we take a tea time?
Tea time.
I'm a little bitch. I'm not afraid to admit it.
Just down to wrestling once a week, Gotta get you back in shape here. Get back out on the road.
Well, I'm more of a sexy valet in wrestling right now, but
Okay.
we are going to be wrestling more.
Now that you've stopped training for MMA.
Yep. I got to put these long legs to use.
The shins.
That's the shins.
Do you think you have longer shins than John Jones has?
I don't know, man. I don't know if it's long shins or small calf muscles.
You could have a wrestling match with him?
He did challenge me. Yeah, we should have done it though. That would have been fun.
What'd you play in high school?
I played D tackle. Okay. Yeah.
So you were a big kid then too, then?
Yeah. So on my high school football team in a small town, we had 26 total players on my team. So everybody played both ways.
Okay, Iron Man.
Yeah. So I was O-line, D-line. I hate O linemen. If you're an O lineman out there, shout out to my cousin Cody Mock, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But
Yeah,
all you O linemen, a bunch of cheaters. All right,
that's true.
we see you cheating.
Yeah, absolutely.
Stop cheating.
Stepping on our feet.
All right, just let the D linemen look good. That's your job. Make us look
When
good.
they grab you here and they pinch your skin up against your shoulder pads, man.
I have sensitive nipples. All right, you guys pinch my nipples too hard.
Yeah. What are you doing with that?
Yeah.
Gross.
I'm gonna have some work done later with that off camera, if that's okay.
I'll work his nipples. Yes.
No butt stuff, but like
No butt stuff and nipple stuff is fair game.
nipples are in play.
I mean, do you have nipples? Can you milk him? Stop it, Fokker.
I got baby nips.
I noticed that. What's going on with that? I figured you had some big old pepperonis or something, you know?
Yeah, one day I'll hit puberty.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I don't think I'm saying that word correctly.
Brock Purdy, see, I got
There you
it.
go.
You're so purdy.
Yeah, there you go.
So purdy.
So Patrick Willis fan then, back in the day. Huh?
Oh yeah, man, he was the beast.
Beast mode.
Yeah.
All right, so you finish up your wrestling career. How do you get put in contact with WWE? Tell me how that situation goes about.
Yeah, so I met Jim Ross and Jerry Briscoe about halfway through my college career. And they always told me like to finish my degree, finish school, and then give them a call if I wanted to go there. And like, no shout out to pro wrestling. I didn't grow up a pro wrestling fan. I became one during the Monday Night Wars, big NWO, Too Sweet.
Wolfpack or
Oh yeah, Wolfpack baby.
All right.
Yeah. Kevin Nash, Scott Hall.
Don't turn your back on them.
A great quote Scott Hall told Vince once, and Scott told me this personally. He was like, Vince, I don't want all the money. I just want a lot.
That's how you feel right now?
No.
You want all the money?
I just want a lot.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah, that makes sense. He doesn't want it all.
I got nervous there. He looked into my eyes and
Start talking about money.
I got lost. Yeah.
It'd be like that. All right, back at the superstar.
He's touching me while staring at you, so you should feel special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very special.
It's a little awkward. I got a degree in finance. I graduated in 06. I spent like 6 months, like at the beginning of 06, interviewing for jobs in the finance industry. Finally got one. It wasn't very good. It was in Dallas though. So see, I like Dallas. And am I supposed to lean back like this?
I mean, Fat Joe did it.
And then
Even Roy Jones is forced to lean back, allegedly.
damn. And I wasn't real happy with it, so I was like, let me call Jerry and Jim. And so they set up a tryout for me. I flew to Atlanta for a week. I did a tryout, and then I flew back home. I'm sure I look really cool right now. I'd never seen a pro wrestling ring in person. Like I had been to 2 shows coming through Oklahoma, but like I never like touched a pro wrestling ring until I flew out there for my tryout. And you know, guys, you know I'm a natural at it. I'm probably the best ever at pro wrestling. And you know, I had everything down in a couple days, and I was like, man, I'm really good at this. So I need to do this. Oh, that feels good.
I mean, you say that in jest, but most people agree that like your in ring work, like right off the bat, was up there just from the get go.
Yeah, I credit amateur wrestling for it because when you practice in amateur wrestling, you have to give your other partner like a look, as we call it, so he can do the move right. And that's a lot of what pro wrestling is. That and nipples.
Yeah, it's the worst part about wrestling growing up, I think, like Greco work, where you have to like let people take you down and throw you, and you're just constantly landing on your wrists and shit.
Yeah. Like
I get so mad. I get so mad. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna give you looks.
Oh man, I was
psych cow catcher.
Okay, I'm gonna go, but you're really gonna have to do it. Yeah. But like, you know, that's why wrestling is the greatest sport on the planet, because it forces you to have that discipline, and then you use that discipline in every area.
It's definitely the hardest sport.
Definitely is.
There's nobody to come bail you out, you know.
No one's coming to save you.
Just you against your glycogen meter.
If you're blown up, you're out there blown up, looking like a fool. by yourself.
Like, yeah. Nobody wants to be that.
Yeah.
So tell me about the Jack swagger. You know, obviously we get into the we the people, but the All-American, All-American, All-Americans, All-American, All-American. I'm just saying the same word over and over again.
It's fun to say, American.
America. Tell me about that gimmick, how that goes about, what impact you had in that, or was that all just writing, or?
They gave me the name, which was awesome because it was like 2008, and it was right before
It's a cool name.
Before the T.I. song came out. So I actually had swagger.
Ain't nobody Jack Swagger like us.
There you go. Floyd Mayweather told me that I should have been Swagger Jack, though. That might have been fun. Vince called me in his office, and he was like, your smile pisses me off. And I immediately stopped smiling. And he was like, no, it's great.
Okay.
Do it more. And so it was kind of like based on that, and then like the name. And I'm not a cocky guy. I'm very humble, so they couldn't see that personality. I'm kidding. So then you just kind of run with it. I wish I could have done more cocky stuff with it.
Right.
Because after I won the World Heavyweight Championship, they wanted me to be all serious and like not smile. I'm like, wait, this is why.
Not do push-ups?
Yeah.
What the hell, man? Okay, so you're in there, big run. Tell me about what got you interested in fighting.
You know what? I mean, definitely seeing what Brock Lesnar did and how he came back and how powerful it made him as a pro wrestler,
right,
was a big influence. And honestly, it's just who I am, like getting back to my roots.
Right.
I mean, it's very similar to the dedication that amateur wrestling takes. And we saw it as an opportunity. I was unhappy at WWE, so the plan was for me to go fight and make myself a bigger name in pro wrestling. I always got into fighting. I got into it to get out. I know the damage it can cause.
Right.
I mean, I had a retina detachment in the 5 years that I did fight and train. So it's very serious stuff. You got to be 100%.
Right. So you couldn't just be moonlighting and doing that while also being on the road and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. And it was crazy because like every single one of my fights when I was with AEW, I was at TV the week before my fight. So like in the middle of training camp, I'm flying to TV, flying back. And so we just had to like rearrange the breaks, but it was definitely, man, I really enjoy it. I feel like it's something that's a part of me. Like when they would lock that cage, my coach would tell me I had permission to hurt somebody.
Right.
And I'm not that guy. I'm very laid back.
I mean, if you play football and you wrestle, it's like just being able to go full 100% on somebody.
You got me.
Come on.
Yeah, I do enjoy it. I do enjoy it.
Just like that full on.
When you hit that fifth gear, like not everybody has it.
Yeah.
So I found that's who I am, and it helped me get to AEW. Helped me impress Chris Jericho to tell Tony Khan to give me the job there.
Yeah.
Thanks, Chris. The first person I called when I wanted to get into MMA was Josh Rafferty.
Okay.
He was on UFC Contender Series #1, the show that pretty much helped make the UFC. All around badass, black belt jiu-jitsu, great friend. And like when I called him in 2017, I was a pro wrestler who had been traveling like 200 days a year. Drinking every day, smoking cigarettes, far cry for where I needed to be to become a professional MMA fighter. And like, I can remember our first practice, he had me like do bike sprints and I threw up afterwards. And that guy, dude, I credit him, man. He helped save my life, I feel like, because he stuck with me on the journey and got me where I wanted to be. And he always was concerned about like me getting, hurt. And so we did things differently every time. I'm older in age. And so the stuff he's doing and the way he can train people is very innovative. And I got very lucky because he has a network of people. He introduced me to Rob Bradford in Cincinnati, world famous boxing coach, Rich Franklin's boxing guys, so many other boxers that had been through that gym. And he got me connected with Josh Souter here at Olympus Checkmat and Joey Best in Ybor City Jiu-Jitsu. So it really was him that like I went to, and then he did all the work for me. And so I was able to like not have to join a big school like Top Team or something right away.
Right.
And just get more of the individual training that I really needed, man. He gave me it all.
So yeah, obviously being a college wrestler, I think, the natural inclination is that. And like you said, there's been a few others that have gone over, some successful, some not. Is Bobby Lashley still signed to Bellator?
I'm not sure. Bobby's a good guy.
How did they not make that fight happen?
Yeah, right? I think around the same time he was going into WWE, but gosh, maybe we should still make that fight happen.
There it is.
PFL, you want some of this action?
PFL, $1 Million Man.
Yeah.
So you're an MMA free agent now. If the money's right.
If the money's right.
It's gonna take a lot though at this point, yeah.
Daddy needs a beach house. Or a lap dance.
Either way.
Yeah.
Either way. All right, so where so we go Jack Swagger, get the belt, hang in WWE for a while, Bellator, AEW. What's that run been like in AEW? And what are some of the cultural differences between the two companies?
Yeah, the run has been great. I'll consider like the last 4 years my favorite 4 years in pro wrestling. I really enjoyed working with Jericho in the Inner Circle, and I really enjoyed the Appreciation Society, guys like Daddy Magic and Daniel Garcia. Fucking truly talented people who get it. And like, we're not worried about wins and losses. We're worried about creating good memories and moments, and like we don't need championships. We understand what this industry is really about. Oh my God.
Because I know you're like, I wasn't a mark growing up, but obviously being in the industry for 15 years now, you've obviously understood the nuance and what makes a good storyline and what doesn't, and what makes a heel, what doesn't, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you get to create more maybe right now than you did before?
Yeah,
more freedom.
I definitely have more freedom. Definitely easier to get stuff done. I feel like
not on the road as much.
AEW gives you the resources for ideas instead of like fighting you and like making it want to be someone's ideas and specific. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so it's been interesting. Not on the road as much is definitely nice.
Right.
But
spend more time with the kids and all that.
More time with the kids, but
making awesome Halloween decorations, scaring people.
Bro, we'll have to show them. I was voted scariest house in this neighborhood.
Was that just because of your height and build, or was that the actual decoration?
Well, it was because the actual scariest house they didn't set up last year. They were out of town, so okay. I won by default, but it still counts.
But you can defend your title this year.
Yeah, it's 1-on-1. You can drive down the road and see it.
Listen, he's taking defending this belt seriously too.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
So go right there. So drop that shoulder. Same thing here. Drop your left shoulder. Nice and crispy.
Been a while. And you know what? I wasn't a wrestling fan when I was a kid, but I really am now. I really enjoy the bad guy versus good guy. And I really enjoy how you can suspend disbelief in pro wrestling, and you can just do some like crazy storylines that like are so silly, but then you go out there and you play it straight, and it's great TV. And I really enjoy that aspect about it. Like, if you want to go win championships, go to MMA. We're putting on great entertainment here, and I think AEW does a good job of that.
So who are some of your favorite guys to work with over the years?
Yeah, dude, I've been so lucky. I think that's what I miss, or what I love most about my wrestling career is the people that I've met. Of course, Chris Jericho, Sammy Guevara, Ortiz, and then like R-Truth, Roman Reigns, Mike Chioda, Rey Mysterio.
And R-Truth walked you out on your Bellator.
Yeah, wasn't that cool?
Yeah.
That guy's a star. He just put out some new music. You guys should go check it out.
I'm wondering when him and MVP are going to get you on one of these rap songs.
It's starting beef again.
All right. Who goes on your top 5 Oklahoma Sooner athlete list?
Oh, wow. You know, Danny Hodge, the living legend. You guys need to Google him if you don't know who that is. Dr. Death, Steve Williams. You know, I'm saying all the cliche ones. I just grew up with Brian Bosworth as a houseworth name, and I know Boz, he's a great guy. Oh my God. But a guy that was on the team, Roy Williams. You remember Roy Williams? Played for the Cowboys.
One of the hardest hitters ever.
Bro. And just a good person, man. A good leader of men. Like, I was a freshman on the team. He was a senior. Very intimidating. Everybody's going pro, you know.
Yeah.
But I had a good friendship with him, so that was cool. And I mean, that iconic jump into the end zone in Texas won us the game, hit the hand, caused a fumble. Teddy Lehman scoops it up. Magic. Yeah.
True story.
True story.
All right. Who goes in your top 5? Did you get all 5? That was 4.
Oh, that was 4. And then Tion Ware.
Okay.
Tion Ware, national champion wrestler. He's a assistant coach for them now.
I might get a Lob City mention in there.
Lob City.
Wrestlers, top 6. Now that you've been in the industry and.
All right. You know, from a fan perspective, I love Kurt Angle. I love the counters. I mean, I'm an amateur wrestling guy at heart, so like, you watch his matches and you can see that he's one of the 50 greatest NCAA wrestlers. Rey Mysterio, so good, so cool. You know, he's half everybody's size, but he makes everybody believe that he can win, and it's just such a special character that has. I don't know. I'm just good friends with him as well.
There's another guy that's lasted forever.
Yeah, Randy Orton is up there for sure. The guy's work is so good. His character is one of the best ever. Plus, I mean, who's sexier than Randy Orton?
Good question.
Let's have a slow-mo for that.
Who's sexy?
All right, that took a turn.
Yeah.
That's what. So that was 3. What do I gotta get? 5? I'm not very good at counting.
Sexier? I think 2001 Scott Steiner might be sexier.
Only if he's cutting
Big
a promo.
Papa Pump.
Only if he's cutting a promo.
The big bad booty daddy.
Oh my God, I'm gonna come on you like no other man has come before.
Yeah, we're
What?
Hey, listen, the filters were off a little bit in the late 90s. I mean, that's when we grew up, right? South Park, you know, Eminem, Attitude Era Wrestling.
Yeah. All right, so 2 more. Oh yeah, that's the stuff, babe. Undertaker.
Ooh, okay.
Undertaker was also a very impressive leader of men. You know,
The locker room leader.
control the locker room. Just cool to meet such an icon and like actually learn from him. And Dutch Mantel has so many great stories about him because
They used to work together, right?
yeah, in Memphis he gave Taker the name. He used to be Mark Calloway, but and then of course number 1, Chris Jericho, the GOAT.
There it is.
You can't
Aussie
argue.
action.
You cannot argue his body of work and what he's doing now. The last 4 years have been some of the hottest years in pro wrestling.
Yeah. Squeeze both legs hard.
Oh yeah,
Drop that shoulder.
it's dropped.
There we go. And other side. There we go. There we go. Now I got it. Not as much on that one. All right, let's switch over to MMA. Who goes top 6 all time?
Man, like I'm just gonna go like who I'm a fan of and who I like to watch.
It's your list.
You know, it's gonna surprise a lot. I love the Bullet. I love Valentina.
Think she got robbed last time?
I think she did.
Mexican fans are gonna like you for that.
Yeah. It is what it is. Know what that one judge ruled at 30-27.
That was a wild score.
Or something. And oh man, you know who's my girl is Rose.
Thug Rose.
Yeah, Thug Rose. I was in Jacksonville in 2020 when UFC had the first event without mask, mandatory.
Shout out Florida.
Walked into that building smiling so big.
Shout out Florida.
Oh man, there was great fights on that card too. But that head kick to Zhang, that was incredible. I got real inspired by her. I'm the best. You know, before I'll tear up right now.
Just lock in.
You're the best, Rose. Then you gotta like Randy Couture.
Okay, solid choice.
Yeah. You gotta love Chuck Liddell. Man, I should put Chael up there. Chael's promos were some of the best, and I think he kind of paved the way to show you like having a moment after a fight is almost as powerful as getting the W.
Right.
I'll never make it in Hollywood.
What about Bollywood?
Tampa Bay is like the second Bollywood. It's becoming very big.
You reach out to the great Khali.
When I was training in developmental at Deep South in McDonough, this is like 06, he was in there getting ready for a match or whatever, and they threw a couple of the Green Boys in there to work with him, and he was just like doing chop. And this is a Friday night. And he went to chop me in the corner just so he could practice chopping, which, if anyone knows what a chop is, it's just when you slap their chest really hard. And I was like, no. He goes to do it way up high. I blocked that shit. I got out of the ring. He was like, brother. I was like,
You're like, this is that big ass hand? No.
No.
Not happening. Go hand on hip like this. Pull that elbow straight back. Pull. Nice.
Wow.
Same thing over here. Go ahead, pull.
Damn.
Crispy.
Nice.
Tuck your elbows down. Relax the shoulders. Is that butt stuff?
I'm sure it looked like it.
It might be.
You know,
does it count?
I mean, we know each other well enough.
Yeah, listen, we've been very handsy for.
Yeah. I'm okay with
I've seen his garage.
Just the thumb, though, right?
Just the thumb.
Yeah, first knuckle. So what's going on with this weight? What's it doing?
It's holding you down, man.
Man, I'm like a wild stallion.
Just believe in gravity.
You can't hold me down.
Oof.
Put a little oats in the trough. I'll come in and have a bite.
Bite down and let your belly relax. Oh. There we go.
But if you close that gate behind me, I'm gonna jump the fence. You'll never see me again. Dude, I feel great.
Sweet. All right, stand up, shake it out. Feeling good? Feeling loose?
Put your left foot in, put your
right foot out.
Look at that.
Look at that.
I can touch my toes again.
It's a limber man right there.
I could probably see my...
He's talking about his male chicken. Anyway, so we're grateful for him showing up today. Where can they find you on all social medias?
Real Jake Hager, Instagram, Twitter. I will start posting more after this. I'm inspired.
Inspired
So go check
to
it
content
out.
create, you know?
Yes.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah, content is currency.
Oh yeah, go follow him all social medias. We appreciate him. Make sure you tune in on
Wednesday nights on
Saturday
TNT,
nights,
All Elite Wrestling.
Rampage.
And if you've seen my hat, I really want it back.
Yeah, I was wondering about that because I thought you liked it. We're gonna find him a hat. It might not be the same one, but we'll get him a hat.
Can we like go shopping and do like a Pretty Woman montage?
We can do that. I think we can do that.
Like I can just try on some stuff.
I wonder if we could find something that'll give you powers. Have you played Super Mario Odyssey?
Yeah. No, I'm
we
not.
can figure this out. I think we can figure this out. All right, guys, we'll catch you on the next one.